In the vast skies of the charter industry, over 5,000 Part 135 operators are searching for a way to increase their revenue. It's easy with Reroute, Jet.ai's advanced fleet optimization software, a beacon of efficiency in a world of empty legs and lost profits. Reroute's brilliance lies in its ability to look beyond. It doesn't merely see departure and destination, it uncovers potential charter bookings nestled within an area that can fill an empty leg within the operator's cost parameters. The industry had once given up on the empty leg problem, but why try to fit a square peg into a round hole when you can simply reroute it? Reroute isn't just a software, it's a revolution. Delivering high-quality recommendations, it helps you start monetizing your empty legs today. It's not just about finding extra revenue, it's about rerouting it straight to your bank account. So don't just fly, soar with Reroute.
What if you could take existing empty leg inventory and use it for brand new charter and make profit from it? That's the promise of Reroute AI, the latest tool from Jet.ai. This is a quick tour, so let's dive right in. Let's say a person wants to go from Las Vegas to San Francisco. Now, we've taken the liberty for this demo of uploading some tail numbers and uploading some empty legs. And in fact, we scrape empty legs from across the internet using AI in order to get them into this system and allow you to have access to them through us as a broker's broker. It costs nothing to use this product for your own tails, and it costs nothing to view all the other empties and rejigger those if you want to. We act as a broker's broker in that event. But in the case of an empty leg, there's 100 percentage points of margin to go around between us, the operator, and you. So we think that'll be a profitable opportunity for everyone involved. And again, just to rework your own inventory costs nothing. So it's a free tool. Let's give it a try. Okay. So looks like on the fleet that we've uploaded, there are some options. Remember, it's Las Vegas to San Francisco. Looks like other operators have something too. So if you were interested in that, you could click here, create new request, and then put in some information and request a booking. Alternatively, however, let's just rekey that. So we'll get right back on where we were. You can see that again. That's probably good to see. All right. Looks like the first result is bang on. We just found an empty leg. We happen to have an empty leg, so no science. Go ahead and book it. Next one. Supposing we didn't have that empty leg, here's a more complex example. And let's take a look at the map and the column headings to kind of get an intuitive understanding of what's going on. The green line is what's going to happen if you do nothing. That's the empty leg that's about to be flown. So we've got a flight that's going Scottsdale to Seattle. It's kind of in the same direction of Las Vegas to San Francisco, but you'll kind of want to know how much money it would cost to make that Las Vegas to San Francisco happen, given what's going on with the empty. So the red thing is what you want. Green's this is green to go if you do nothing. The red thing is what you want, and the purple stuff is the magic. The purple is what you want to add in, right? So Scottsdale, Seattle, there's the aircraft type, the tail number. There's the cost of the empty leg, and this has largely already been paid in most cases by the customer. This is the cost of the purple stuff. These extra legs. It includes the takeoff, landing, really what it's going to cost to do. So the total would be $10,950. That's the total cost. That's meant to give you some sense of what you would charge for this as a brand new charter. Of course, you would just apply the overall charter rate at the market or whatever your organization charged for the use of this particular aircraft. But this is just here as a guide. And the profit slider up here, which is a fun one, is meant to kind of guide you to what percentage of markup you're actually making to arrive at the new charter price, right? And what your dollar profit is. So what the dollar profit is doing is taking whatever prices you've decided to charge and subtracting out the incremental cost doing it. You can see also here the empty leg initial flight time. The green's going to be 2.6 hours. You're adding an hour by throwing in this purple stuff. That's going to bring the total flight time to 3.7 hours. But again, you have the ability to charge more, right? So that's the quick take on how the search works and what the intuitive meaning of the map and the columns are. And we covered this initially. Is it hard to manage your fleet? How do I add an aircraft? I don't know. Let's try it. let's just say that 100, 2020, and we got all the aircraft types in here. Let's say elite, add aircraft. Okay, poof. How'd we do? Yep, there it is. Upload empty legs. It's the same thing or similar thing. Just to say, I could do, there it is. Do from Las Vegas to Van Nuys, time 7th. It's available from the 7th to the 9th, add empty leg, and there it is in the system. So thanks very much for your attention, and that's the reroute system.
Welcome to DynoFlight, the singular enterprise-class aviation-specific carbon removal credit API. We specialize in selling carbon removal credits for single flights or in large blocks, ensuring your flights are as green as they can be. By 2027, the International Commercial Aviation Organization, or ICO, will require members to offset 90% of carbon emissions from international commercial flights. The time to start offsetting is now. Whether you're a Part 121 airline, a Part 135 charter operator, a corporate flight department with an ESG requirement, or even just an individual, DynoFlight provides a dependable way to balance the carbon scales. We've partnered with Puro Earth, a majority-owned NASDAQ company, to provide credible carbon removal credit suppliers. No low-quality credits, no nonsense. Our API can manage your order, handle invoicing, collect payment, and provide evidence that your invoice has been paid and your removal credits retired. Auditors can even access a verifiable paper trail for ESG certification. With 250 aircraft in our system, we can calculate how much carbon was emitted based on the type of aircraft and flight information. Consider DynoFlight your personal carbon emission accountant. Welcome to a greener future.
So, what is the process for an operator to actually use DynoFlight? Well, all of these steps can be done through our API. That means that a developer could use our API to do all of this automatically in existing software suites and existing checkout flows. You can use Zapier, tie it into your CRM, into Salesforce, however you want. You can also do it through our interface. So the first step is to estimate the flight emissions. So you can imagine customers asking to take a flight, estimate how many tons of carbon are going to be emitted by that flight. Step 2, you log the emissions. So for every flight that you take, you should be calling our logging endpoint so that you can see the impact of your fleet over time by recording the emissions. Step 3, provisioning a carbon removal offset credit. So optionally, once you've logged the emission, you can provision credits for some portion or all or more of the carbon emitted by that flight. When you do that provisioning, takes us to step 4, you get a certificate link back that you can show to your customer. You don't need to if you're not doing this for a customer, obviously, but you can show it to your customer, and that will show the customer information about the provisioning step, where the credit is, and so on. And then at the end of every month, we reconcile all payments for the platform. And so at that point, the credits are actually retired and put in the name of the operator that provisioned them after payment is made. So at this point, I'll quickly show you a bit of the platform. So this is our API, this is our Swagger documentation. This is actually available on our website now, if you'd like to take a look at it. And we have, a couple of groups of endpoints. So just to give you an overview of what our API is capable of, you are able to upload your fleet to the API so that you can easily use your fleet when making other requests, such as creating emissions for your fleet using just the tail number of your aircraft, the fuel type. We're able to support multiple different types of fuel and the duration. You're able to call an estimate endpoint if you'd prefer to just get an estimation without recording the emission. Then you can create a carbon provision. So like I said, this means taking an emission, provisioning credits for that emission. And of course, programmatically seeing your invoices, seeing the aircraft models available in the platform, and seeing all the information about your company. Now, once you've been using the API for a while, you may be interested in seeing insights about the data. And so that's where our user interface comes in. This is the dashboard for DynoFlight, the interface that the partner gets access to, the operator. And so in here, you can provision API tokens. You can track your carbon emissions over time, see the details about your emissions, and so on.